well, the season finale for 2024, ain't it, boys?
Yeah.
Boys, it's been a pretty good season so far, ain't it?
Yeah, it has.
A little crazy at times, a lot of, toward the end of the year there, we had a lot of dramatic changes in the landscape, so to speak, but we still made it through, and I'm luckily most of our friends and family made it through. I ain't gonna say without damages, but we're still on this earth. We're still blessed to be here, so. But, y'all, what'd you think about 2024?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, my old truck got to go to a few shows.
That didn't make it to Fall
No.
Revival.
I'm a slacker, what can I say?
But, no, overall, I mean, it was a good season for the most part. We didn't get to do as much coverage, but we tried to bring you quality coverage. That's what we tried to do. So, I mean, overall, I think it's a good year. Of course, my favorite show this year, Fall Revival. I hands down, C10 Fall Revival, the atmosphere, everything about it, that's the show, ain't it, Dale?
Yep, big shout out to Lou Perez and all them guys. They do just an incredible job with it. And, I mean, we've done, shows, and stuff, and we know how hectic it is, something fairly small, but once you get that big, I mean...
Put it on a scale of 2,000 to 3,000 trucks, and I mean, he knocked it out of the park.
They did a great job with it.
They know how to make it flow and everything. CJ over here, I don't know what his favorite show would be this year, or swap meet or anything.
Well, I like the swap meet we went to there at Thanksgiving with the Hot Rod Hoarders. It was a good one. And I liked the show with the Waters. It was a good one this year.
Yeah, which the show at the Waters is the one Dale's dad does, and Hot Rod Hoarder swap meets the one Tommy Lee Bird does down in, I forget the town down there.
It's
Evansville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Evansville, Tennessee. But it's a really good swap meet. It's the last Saturday of the month in November. It's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Put that on your calendar for next year, definitely. That's one thing to do.
A lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool people down there. Met several people with more channels. It was just a good show.
Yeah, Dale, of course, he was hunting bow and arrow. Freezing his tail off.
Yeah.
Because it was a little cold that week, I will say that.
Yeah. But I mean, it didn't stop the people from coming out down there.
No, Lord knows. People came out in droves.
Yes.
And I mean, they was a lot of nostalgic. It wasn't just your new parts vendors. It was nostalgic, used, cool junk, as I call it.
That factory aluminum GM intake I picked up, it's nice. It's going to be a good addition to a new toy we'll bring out this year.
Yeah.
Or next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah,
it's the end of the year, CJ.
You're running out of time.
Yeah, not long.
Not long. We only got about a week to go. Of course, I don't know if y'all can see in front of us here, we got the little buddy heater going. But it's a little chilly here in the Mad Bowtie Studios.
Yep.
So, with that said, overall we had a great 2024 season. We appreciate all of y'all for watching and subscribing and stuff. We hit over the 1,000 mark. We try to do what we can do and bring you the best that we can, and that's all we can do. But
and I mean, hopefully we can just get a little better as we go. Cause we're getting there.
And speaking of to go, boys, let's talk about going into 2025. First thing off the bat is the Cabin Fever Rod Run down Knoxville there. That comes up in about 2 weeks here. Of course, this is the week before Christmas. So the second week of January, you got the Cabin Fever Rod Run, usually a really good indoor show.
It's just a good ride down there and go see all the cars that's in there.
Good little swap meet.
Plus we get to eat there, so.
Awesome. Get to pick out that old buffet there.
And then that big Rural King that's out there.
Oh yeah. You can tell we're a bunch of old country boys. And then after that, the Gray Swap Meet, which we got a little bit of twist this year for the Gray Swap Meet. I've actually secured a spot inside one of the buildings to sell. I'm going to sell some parts and hang our banners up and maybe do some get some publicity out there. Being inside and have our stickers and stuff. Which, by the way, we do have stickers, and you can pick them up when you see one of us at one of the events we're at, and we'll get you some stickers. They're free of charge, no charge for them, and they just stick them on your car and let people see what we're about.
If they see us out anywhere, I've got them in a Toyota and everywhere.
old Gimpy over here got him anywhere. He's probably got me his billfold.
I might do it.
It's probably like a photo of his only child there.
Yeah.
He's got the sticker in his back pocket.
I hand them out at work too. Well, a couple of guys I work with watch the show too, so.
And then after the swap meet, February, and it's kind of dead. March, we'll be back. I'll be back at the Chevys and the Smokies and the Corvette Expo. Greg Harris and Steve Jenks of H&J Promotion, they do a great job with that show. I have registered to be inside again. I don't know which car I'm taking yet. I'm torn between two, and one of them's actually sitting right behind us right now, but I don't know. It'll be that or something else. We'll see what happens there. But that's usually a good show, good crowd. Ton of Corvettes there in the boys. Of course, it was originally the Corvette Expo, and Chevelle's and the Smokies, and then they kind of added the Chevys and the Smokies in with it, which is starting to grow, and it's a good thing.
It was a good show, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real good show. Well, and then April, which April starts cruise-ins.
Yes.
And on that subject, I don't know what's going to happen with the Elizabethton cruise-in right now. With the flooding issue, the bridge went out on Broad Street, which is next to downtown. And they missed 5 cruise-ins at the end of this year because of that flooding. They did have the trunk or treat.
Yeah, at the Elizabethton High School.
And I just don't know what's going to come of that. They're not supposed to do bridge work until May. So.
Well, they said it'd be completed by May, hopefully. So
that's what they say.
I
but
mean, you don't know.
You know, these construction companies and
they don't get
these people that try to stop construction. They don't need to stop it. But that's another topic we ain't going to worry about. But, you know, we're just going to hope and pray for the best for the Elizabethton cruise-in and hope that it comes back downtown. And, you know, we'll give any updates that we find out about the cruise-in, you know, here on the channel, through Facebook, you know, as we hear them. And then also, you got your other local cruise-ins starting back up then. You got the Mountain City Friday night cruise-in, downtown Mountain City, great little cruise-in to go to. You got Lenore, North Carolina downtown cruising starts back the 1st of April, and it's once the first Saturday of the month it is April through October, and then they do one in December on Sunday they do Christmas gifts for kids and stuff. So, you know, going into April, I mean, you got rod runs, but I don't know. I'm kind of fed up with rod runs anymore, and you boys.
It's just
the show part's good.
But
the show's good, but
the town stuff I could cure. It's just a mess.
It's a P Diddy show, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
No, I mean the Cherokee Rod Run. Now that's something to go to.
Yeah, now that's in April as well. Yeah. I went last spring. They do an outstanding show. They do even valve cover races. I've got 2 back here under the shelf here. Me and Michelle, I built my wife Michelle, and I built one of the valve cover races. Free to enter. Heck, it pays like $300 out to win. I mean, why would you not want to do that? And they give prizes, the Cherokee Rod Run, to registered participants. They just draw luck of the draw. Random times. You can win anything from $100 up to $500 cash in giveaways that they give out. I mean, it ain't about the trophies. They just appreciate you coming, and I felt very welcome at that show.
That's an awesome show. That's awesome people, awesome show. Yeah,
it rained there on Friday. Of course, I drove the 081 last year, but we just had a good time at that show. And, you know, this year, depending on how vacations and stuff land, don't know if I'll be able to go 2 days to it, but, you know, hopefully get to go at least one day on Saturday over to it. And one other thing I forgot to mention, if you pre-register for that Cherokee show, they feed you on Friday night for free. And the meal is a big barbecue spread, and that's the price of the registration.
So I mean, it's worth it.
Oh yeah, and then, you know, going on up into May and stuff, you got several local shows going on, stuff like that. I think you said your dad's gonna shoot for June, first week of June for his show at the show at the Waters. Then the middle of June, I will be going back to Carlisle, Pennsylvania for the GM Nationals. Haven't got to go back in a few years. They are going to do the 40th anniversary of IROC this year, and they're doing the 70th anniversary of the Tri-Fives. which that should be a super good show. Which the last time I went, it was just awesome. It was just a great atmosphere. It is a little bit of a haul. It's 8-hour drive one way, but it's a great show to go to. And then, you know, you move into the 4th of July stuff, and you know, one show that's not coming back this year, and of course they did get a lot of flood damage over at Ways of Poplar show.
Yeah.
And I will say this, it went out with a bang, did it, Dale?
It was the biggest I'd seen it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's always big.
Yeah.
Misty Hughes and all the Hughes boys and all of them that do that show, they do a killer job, or they done a killer job. And you know, I know they've had some sickness and stuff come about with the people that help with the show and stuff. And I just say this, they went out with a bang and they done a super job with it. And you know, we hate to see that show go, but heck, you know, maybe somebody will pick something up local and start a big show like that again. But the key to that show, and these boys know this as well, it's like the C10 Revival. It's just go hang out and have fun. They do donations for certain charities. They just go hang out and have fun.
Yeah.
You draw twice the cars at a car show by doing that.
Yeah.
And you'll get more donations.
I mean, who cares about a stinking trophy?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I don't have a trophy truck, but
no,
I want to have a good time. I could care less about anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like nice, you know, show quality stuff. I love it. But, you know, I like getting them old truck. If I'm going to take it to Walmart, so I'm going to take it to Walmart.
That's
you know what I mean?
Well, we all drive our cars.
I mean, I drove mine to work every day this week. I mean,
it's what they're made for.
Yeah.
It's what they're made for. And you know, also with the North Carolina shows, I won't know how they progress next year until after the first of the year, see what gets posted and what they're going to do and stuff. Because
I mean, they got hit hard with Helene. It's going to be.
I know a lot of the areas we've already been to. I mean, we went to C10 Fire Revival 2 weeks after Helene hit, and I mean, Newland area going across the mountain was just devastating.
It was bad. That's like, I guess it was the week after it hit. We had a 20-foot horse trailer over down in toward Building and stuff down in there, and it was just devastating.
It was.
And we went back through there, I guess about a month after it happened, and it was still, I mean, it's still terrible.
It's just a horrendous event.
It was.
That happened. And like I said, we'll keep you updated on the North Carolina stuff coming up. Like I said, we'll just have to see how it plays out and how they set their schedules and stuff. Most of the areas west of, say, 321 area, Wilkesboro, Lenore, that areas and stuff, they're all right. It's all the areas east North Carolina, or western North Carolina, excuse me. That's the areas that got hit the hardest. And I just, like I say, it just make you speechless. Make you speechless. But then also, of course, I don't know if we'll get to make it back down there, which is a great event. It's Triple Crown of Rod.
Yeah, we didn't get to make it this year.
Didn't get to make it this year. Like I said, everything went on, like I say, and stuff, and vacation didn't line up right. And, you know, I don't know how it's going to line up this year. And I mean, my wife are planning on to go on a cruise in May for our anniversary. And Dale's going to get to take little Jeffrey up to the Pennsylvania Amish country up there and see the train museum and stuff. So we got a regular scheduled vacations planned and stuff too. And one other thing we're going to try to do next year, or I'm going to try to do, and these two knuckleheads can vouch for me, I might have too many project cars.
But I mean, we should get some good tech videos this year.
That's right. I'm going to try to bring a lot more tech videos from the garage, restoring these third gens. My ultimate goal one of these days is to be able to create a full video on how to do a full restoration on a third gen Camaro. I think that'd be something that a lot of people would appreciate. I think it would get, cause them cars are pretty hot now.
I mean, everybody wants a third gen.
Yeah, and old square body trucks. And I've actually acquired now, I've got 3 OBS trucks plus another square body to do. And I just, like I said, I've got a lot on my plate as far as projects sitting out back here, and you know, I've got the parts and stuff to start working on and be able to work on them.
And I've got me another one to patch together to put together for you, and it's gonna be a nice truck, I
I
hope.
think his name's Jimmy.
I think his name's Jimmy, maybe Sierra.
Hell,
Yeah.
don't let too much out of the bag.
I
we
mean,
gotta get
we
an introduction on the page here.
I mean, that ain't gonna tell you much, so, you know.
And Dale, please get the band in the truck.
I've been riding around with a piece of plywood in the back of that thing for how long?
Which time? How many
Yeah.
times has it flew out?
It only flew out one time.
Yeah,
It's kind of close, so
Yeah.
airborne.
airborne it was. I got a whole wood bed. Me and my dad done. Dad coated it, stained it and everything for me. I got the rails and everything. I just gotta put it in.
That's what I'm saying. We've got, all three of us have projects we could do. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's something I want to try to do this year, is bring more tech videos. I mean, whether it's putting the wood in the bed of a truck, putting patch panels in Jimmy, or just doing a restoration on an old Camaro. I want to try to bring y'all stuff that y'all enjoy, and hopefully you all might learn something. And one thing to remember about that, you can do anything you want to do in life if you set your mind to it.
Exactly right.
It may not turn out perfect the first time.
But I mean, you'll get there. It's like them door panels for them square bodies. I would have never dreamed that they'd come back and plop like they do with just a little bit of.
Yeah.
Truck
That's like,
back cover.
when we
Little bit
did
of truck
mine that
back
time,
cover, yeah.
done a video on it.
And they lasted.
Yeah,
They
yeah, I
last,
mean, even in my truck, they look good still with the red color.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's just a simple thing that you can do
And save you money.
save
It
$500,
saves
$600.
I mean, if you dig back in the videos there, you'll find out what we done to them. They turned out good.
Yeah, go back a couple seasons there, and you'll see what was done and the step process. There's actually I took some old bumpers me and CJ went and got from my uncle's truck. They was pitted to death, and I made them look like just brand new money,
brand new.
just about.
Yeah.
And it's just taking the time to work on it. That's kind of something we've all kind of slipped on this year. We hadn't got time to be able to work on stuff. Of course, like I say, toward the end of the year, we had the flood, and my parents was affected big time with their apartments, and we just didn't have time to work. And
No.
plus, trying to get episodes at car shows, we kind of got caught up in that, doing car shows, and we're gonna try to divvy it out, trying to even it out this year.
Get a happy median.
Get a happy median. But, you know, coming up, going back to our scheduling, like I say, the Triple Crown Rod's in September, then we go bounce on up.
You know, you got that Chicky Pin Grove Baptist Church show.
That was a good show we went to. They had that on a Saturday. Me and CJ just got in the car and rode over there. I mean, we didn't really have a plan that day, did we, CJ?
It was a good show, though. I really enjoyed it.
We took old 69 and kind of rode over toward Bus C there, and we kept seeing old cars going. I said, I think we'll just go this way. Now, one show that won't be back this year, the Bowtie Nationals will not be back at Bristol. They could not come to an agreement on the facility, so that show's out. I think it's going to Bowling Green, the Bristol date is, and that just, it's sad that there's no big shows like that in Bristol. I mean, the facility they have over there.
They can have some killer shows.
They could.
But I know they can't get together on pricing and stuff, which, I mean, it's sad to say they price it the way they do.
It's all about the money for some people anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
Back when I used to have a Super Chevy, I mean, it was,
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
that was one of the best things around.
I miss Super Chevy.
400 to 500 cars just lined down through that field, you know,
All full.
thousands of drag racers.
Yep.
It was just a good time.
But when you take the money aspect out of it, as in what they paid the purse out for the racers, you know, used to it was $40 to register your car for the day or for the weekend for Super Chevy. I got you 2 passes in. It was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And now they want $60 plus for a day at some places. I mean,
And time you register, you get something to eat, which is usually a half cooked chili dog or something, and then buy you a T-shirt. You spend almost $120 to $150.
and I mean, I know the money goes to a lot of charities, but I mean, if you priced it reasonable, I don't see why they couldn't get more money.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And one thing I did forget to mention about Chevys and the Smokies, each registered participant in that show this year, them boys are giving away a '98 Corvette to one registered donor.
I mean, that's awesome.
So, you know, they're giving back.
Yeah.
That's what the show, yeah, it's a profit show, but they're giving back.
They give back.
Just like the Triple Crown, I mean, you got a chance to win a Bobby Alloway custom Silverado that's out of this world. I mean,
one of a kind.
And you know, that's worth the price of admission right there in registration.
I mean, it's well worth that.
So, I mean, as far as that goes, I think that's about all the shows we'll have. Well, of course, back up. C10 Fall Revival next October. Like I say, we'll be going back to that definitely.
Yep.
We always try to do that show. It's a great event. Great, like I said, it's my favorite event.
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
it's probably my favorite.
Yeah, your vehicle gets a little dusty.
It does, yeah.
But that dust will blow off when you take off up the road.
I mean, that's just a good place. I went there for the Southeast Old Threshers reunion this year. I mean, it's just an awesome place to visit.
Yep.
And then speaking of Threshers reunion, didn't you say something about the farm show coming up there in April? The tractor show?
Yeah, there's going to be a tractor show over at the fairgrounds they have every year. I think they're featuring AGCO tractors, which would be Massey Ferguson's, which is my favorite brand.
Well, we know where he'll be.
I mean,
you'll say if you see a tractor going down the road and a little bobblehead on, you know that's CJ going to the fairgrounds.
Well, you know, there's another little surprise that way towards the Squire Body this year too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got.
You got to stay tuned for that for CJ's old truck. It's a very neat idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's about all I can think of show wise and stuff like that. Cruise ins and you know what's coming down the pipe for 2025. I mean, that's all I can think of.
But as they pop up, we'll bring you coverage and tell you what's going on about it.
Yeah, and there may be some weekends where they might be a show close by, and me and CJ or me and Dale just hop in the vehicle and go shoot it real quick. But we're not going to leave you hanging. I promise you that. We're here for the long haul as long as we can figure out our copyright issues.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's killing us.
We had a little bit of copyright issue on that last video we done, and I changed the music several times, and I've heard a lot of creators on YouTube say they've been having trouble with copyright issues, people trying to tap into them profits. So
you know what that means. We're just gonna have to do what you do best and talk more.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't like to talk. I think I kind of cleaned his ears out last weekend when we went to Charlotte.
No, I mean that Michael never meets a stranger. He always knows somebody somewhere. So I mean,
I guess.
Yeah.
I've made enemies before too, but that's beside the
point.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll bring you more coverage and hopefully bring you a bunch more videos.
Yeah. We want to try to keep on keeping on for y'all, and like I said, we by no means, and we'll be up front. I'll be up front with you on this one. There ain't nobody means of getting rich off this channel, or we're just trying to have fun.
We're just here having fun.
Like I said, we turned our profits this year. We've turned them back into decals to hand out to y'all and stuff like that, so we can keep rolling that.
Hopefully, maybe we can do some T-shirts in 25.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
That's one thing we talked about.
Yeah, maybe do a all truck T-shirt and a car T-shirt and have your daddy's cars featured on it. You know, the truck T-shirt have our 3 Squire Bodies on it. I mean, we're gonna do some more digging into that, see what's going to be the cost and stuff, because we can't tap deep into our pockets. We can tap in a little bit, but we can't dig deep. And you know, the money we make off of this, that's like I said. Again, I can't reiterate that enough. We just try to keep rolling it into the channel.
But you know, the more subscribers we get, the better we'd be better off we'd be. So you people that's watching, hit that subscribe button.
That's it.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell your enemies.
Because you know, a lot of people watch, but there ain't many people subscribe.
Yeah, so, I mean, you'd be surprised at the views we get on certain videos and the subscribers.
Yeah.
You know, let's take for instance the Popcorn Show. We had almost 18,000 views.
Yeah.
And I mean, if every one of them people subscribed, I mean, it's unreal.
But we greatly appreciate it when you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, and we appreciate you watching.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
So, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm Michael.
I'm CJ.
I'm Dale.
And we gone. We'll catch you on the next season of Mad Bowtie Garage.
Let's see what it sounds like from there. Just talk to Dale or something.
You get more than me?
Getting there. Let's
Well, should have started about 30 minutes ago.
he keeps that up, it's gonna be real.
I know, it's going to warm up quick.